STEAM lesson for October the 1st, which is next week. We'll be talking about coding. This is a little robot. It is a B-bot. Here's the objectives. Technology. Students will use appropriate terminology regarding emerging technology, and those two words are coding and algorithm. And the definition for these are down here, so we'll get to those in a second. Right here, you will be lost if you don't watch these videos. These are an introduction to coding. So teachers, you really need to watch each of these before you bring your kids into the STEAM hall. Coding. Here's the definition. Here's the definition of an algorithm. They do need to be using these words. They really like to use this one, and you'll see that they can and do use it a lot once they become familiar with it. Here's a video that you'll need to watch, and it'll be set up on the big screen. Students will observe the command buttons shown on the card at each table. Students will observe the command cards for the B-bot. So it's a little bit confusing, but your cards are looking like this. This is a sample grid. So go back up here. So this is the treasure box hunt. See, it says here you're going to place the treasure box on any square. The sample grid, it's stationary, it's not going to move at all, but there will be others that are blank, and you can move the treasure box anywhere you want. So with the dry erase marker, you'll determine a start point. Maybe the kids will want to start over here or over here, but that's just up to you. So if they start here, you can write the word start and trace where you want the treasure. Maybe you want the treasure box up this way. Then they will need to go and code out how they get to the treasure box. And let me see, teachers, here we go. On this part, listen, use the direction cards to get the B-bot to go to the treasure box. Now what they'll have is little bitty small arrows and turn arrows, go, X, equal. All the little direction signs are on the B-bot will be on a little card, and they will lay those cards out. Someone will call them out, they'll follow it, and the B-bot will do exactly what they tell them to do. Now the B-bot for this card, for the sample card, is this. We'll get to it. So it's a sample one. Bring them down here. It's harder than it looks. So anyway, here's your little B-bot. So he starts here. Here's the treasure box. Remember, this one's not going to go anywhere. This is the stationary one. So you're going to say, all right, this B-bot, it needs to go forward 1, 2, 3 spaces. 1, X means you clear it. So he goes 1, 2, 3 spaces. Then inside that square he's already at, he has to turn while he's still in here. So there's actually two commands for here, 2 codes. So he stays here, he moves here, and he also turns here. And then he's going to move forward 1, 2 more steps to get to the treasure. So it's clear, forward, 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 turn, forward, forward. Now, once they have all this laid out and they think that's the right code, then they're going to push OK, which is right here on the B-bot, and the B-bot will go. That's if you're using the real B-bot. When you're practicing on this grid, you're only going to use a little paper one. I've got him laminated, but until they get used to following a code, they really need to just use this one. When the team at the table looks like they've got it, then that's when you want to bring out the the B-bot. So the B-bot will not be used until next week. So all this week you need to just make sure they're using these sample grids and the little laminated B-bot. This is to debug. It will clear the prior code that was given to him. This means forward, backwards, turn left, turn right, and go. So that's those are your commands, and they will be in little strips so that the kids can use those to lay out their algorithm. That's what this is. That is an algorithm. It's the commands that you're going to tell this robot to do. Let me go back up here and make sure I got everything. Just read through this. I will also have, where's it at? A grid with painter's tape on the floor. That's what you'll see. This video has a rug, but we don't have a rug that's got squares on it, so I'll make a grid that's made out of painter's tape. And the kids will do the same thing as a B-bot would as a command, but on a grid on the floor. So the kids are the B-bot. And if you watch this video, you'll see how it's done. So I know this one's going to be complicated and you might have questions, so I will try and go in on Monday and make sure that everybody knows what they're doing, and I will video it and maybe put that on so you can kind of see it in action. Or if you want me to demonstrate it, it won't take me but 5 or 10 minutes to show you. Just come and I can make it a lot more clear if you come and visit me. So have fun with your B-bots.